Hola a todos y bienvenidos. Vamos a continuar con Disco Elysium. Vamos a ir directos a hablar con los Hardy Boys, que ahora deberían cooperar con nosotros. Por aquí podemos salir, creo. Venga. Vamos allá. Corre, corre. Teníamos que encontrar el arma, lo que no sé. Estos lo sabrán, ¿no? Ay, no están. Sabes de preguntarle a los señores estos, pero ya no están. ¿Y este es? Ah, es este.
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man? Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same.
¿Dónde está René?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
¿Ido a dónde?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt.
¿Cómo murió exactamente?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Did he feel like he has to prove he can still pull his weight? Doesn't need handouts?
Guess he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Coquetto uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
¿Cree que nuestra conversación sobre su trabajo le empujó a salir ahí fuera?
No. René was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
He has doubts, but right now he just wants to move on and not think about it.
¿Tan malo era?
I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
¿Le quería?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that... Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
¿Algo intrascendente como esta mañana, probablemente?
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt, and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
¿Sabe qué ha pasado con sus medallas?
I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old cunt. Nobody knew him better than I did. And I want to remember that old cunt by something.
Strange how old cunt sounds almost gentle when he says it now.
Tome algo para recordar a su amigo. La fotografía de René y la chica.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young René looked so happy, and Jenny... I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know René had the photo.
Mis más sinceras condolencias.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone.
Despite their differences, these men played such a significant part in each other's lives that now that one of them is gone, the other feels just lost.
I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Quisiera repasar con usted algunas cosas más sobre el genes, si le parece bien.
Yes. What about Yes.
Uy.
He finds comfort in the thought.
We all got to go sometime, officer. Everyone I love is already there. Probably waiting for me. I'm not afraid to die. It's been a good run, and I really miss my friends.
We are both very sorry.
It is...
Despite their
I just don't know anymore.
Dígame, ¿qué sabe del hombre
About,
muerto?
everything, really. I probably knew him better than... You meant the teacup in the tree, didn't you? I don't know anything about him.
teacup. Oh, because of the ceramic armor. Clever.
Adiós por ahora. Vale. Está... espera, se me puede ocurrir algo. Va a ir a la tienda. Porque a lo mejor sabe algo de qué arma puede ser... esto. Encuentro un arma funcional que dispara de calibres 4.46. A lo mejor tiene algo este. No recuerdo si ya había hablado con él de este tema, la verdad.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
No, busco un transceptor de radio. ¿Tienes
A
alguno?
transceiver, is it? Yeah, we should have something to do the trick.
He produces a machine the size and shape of a common pasta box, a blue bake-like shell with a black face covered in an assortment of pearl-topped knobs and dials.
A genuine crystal sprach. This is a connoisseur's model, good for picking up foreign milieux.
The Model 9 also comes equipped with a signal purifier to suppress crosstalk. Especially good around here with our funky reception.
Suena caro.
Well, it's not that
Ah!
Ilmaran
In the
circus
vein.
junk, that's for sure. We think 120 real is more than reasonable.
Voy a darme una vuelta.
You'll be back again. I've got a feeling. I doubt it, but I can try and answer it.
The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed on the dancing colors.
Nada.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harman Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape-reel eyes.
Para reproducir cintas. Podría comprarlo, ¿no?
And here you are.
Venga. ¿Me tengo que poner la mano? Puedo... ¿Qué es esto? ¿Qué está sobre el blanco? Ah, es lo que me dio Ebra, es verdad.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Pulsar reproducir.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Apretar el oído contra el
It
altavoz.
sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
¿Podría cantar esto en el karaoke? Creo que podía cantarlo.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
¿Cuál?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant looks at you as you remove the tape from the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
No dice nada, pero se teme lo peor. Ah. Tenemos que hablar con Kat. Vale. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? Los tatuajes. Pasadizo secreto. Mostrar tu autoridad. Ah, eso, los chicos Hardy, es verdad. No sé dónde puedo encontrar esto. A lo mejor me hice algo de frag. Puede ser, ¿no? Vale, pues nada, vamos a hablar con Titus y después nos vamos al otro lado. Ahí ya me puedo quitar eso. Creo. El reproductor, digo. Vamos a... Uy, ponernos esto. Portapapeles del fracaso. Aunque menos 2 de autoridad no me gusta mucho, ¿eh? Es verdad, en la ropa debería ponerme algo que me dé más autoridad, si es que tengo. Percepción. El dolor. No tengo nada. Pues a lo mejor no tengo nada. O ya lo llevo puesto. No tengo nada que me dé autoridad, qué rollo, ¿no? Pero tampoco tengo nada que me lo quite. Bueno, pues nada, vamos a probar. Voy a guardar. Y allá vamos.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Quiero comentar algo más.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
¿Cómo encaja en todo esto la bala que tenía en la cabeza?
Huh?
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
This line of questioning is over.
¿Y más
About
preguntas?
fucking time.
Todavía no me has explicado por qué he encontrado una bala en la cabeza del ahorcado.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Indeed, mighty. How did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
Te lo voy a preguntar de nuevo. ¿Por qué estaba esto en la cabeza de la víctima?
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
¿Le disparasteis?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During? This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Creo que el ahorcamiento fue para ocultar lo del disparo.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique. They're only pretending to enjoy this. Beneath the act, they don't like you knowing this.
No te preocupes, lo averiguaremos tarde o temprano.
Never been worse.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
He hablado con Efrag. Me ha prometido vuestra cooperación.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You gonna go and tell on us?
Muy maduro, chicos. Efrag os puso bajo aviso, ¿cierto?
Yeah, I heard him. Now fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, Capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys, Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
Explosive laughter follows. To his men, Titus Hardy is a golden god. They want to laugh at his jokes even before they leave his lips. This guy is a born leader. But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
He encontrado a alguien que vio el ahorcamiento, un testigo.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just cop tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
Mi testigo no es un lugareño.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Vamos a decir que es un alto funcionario del gobierno y ya está.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist International, the coalition that runs Revachol.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
El testigo declaró que el ahorcamiento se llevó a cabo muy silenciosamente, sin gritos ni conmoción.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardy Boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
Os imaginaba bebiendo y cantando canciones sobre linchamientos. ¿Qué es eso de un funeral silencioso?
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
El testigo declaró que vio 2 personas aeropajitas y un mesqueño.
Aeropagite? Boss, I think he's trying to say me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
El testigo dijo que parecía una obra
Those
surrealista.
flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
Ya hemos hablado suficiente sobre el testigo.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
¿Sabes qué? He dado con vuestra conexión con el tráfico de drogas local.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 Kilos.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
No, the thunder is his. Leave it to the lieutenant.
No, haz los honores, te lo has ganado.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Esto es asqueroso. Estás admitiendo que te estás beneficiando del envenenamiento de tu propia gente.
Boo fucking who. People will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
El octavo Hardy, el que está desaparecido, es ella quien lo dirige todo, ¿verdad?
My answer is fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
Finally, you got something out of him. This could prove useful in the future.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all fours. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
He encontrado 8 pares de huellas, pero vosotros no sois más que 7. ¿Dónde está el octavo?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
He hablado con Joyce, el mercenario al que habéis colgado. Bueno, pues sus amigos van a por vosotros.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Titus did his best, but his men are a bit unsettled.
Sí, están formando una especie de tribunal y vienen a por vosotros.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us, and Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
¿Sabías que un solo avispón gigante sarsiano puede llegar a matar a 40 abejas por minuto?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
Que vosotros sois las abejas y ellos el avispón.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy, E. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
Los mercenarios llevan armas automáticas.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ester-50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
¿Atravesarán la armadura cerámica?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
That was an unsure phrasing.
Sí, descubriréis que no la atraviesan.
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Dice Joyce que se han revelado, están descontrolados.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
Esto de los Grenell es un mal asunto, lo sabéis, ¿verdad?
So are the local gangs, the fucking Barmy Army, and the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
These people are trained military professionals, special forces, as you said. They are not a gang or a barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
Vale, encogerse de hombros y zancar el tema.
What do you mean, okay?
Vale, Titus, os van a exterminar.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that on what might be the eve of battle.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Vale, venga. Autoridad. 92%. Tenemos un montón de ventajas. Hay que pasar esta prueba, ¿eh? Sí o sí.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
¿Dónde he visto esto antes?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time. You've seen Apricot, old Purdue's daughter, asks Lieutenant McCoy. Replies Torson. The ass on that one. McCoy shakes his head in appreciation. A bit strange the old man named her Apricot, but, I mean, who am I to judge? Wanna hit the kebab joint?
Lo pillo, Titus. Vosotros sois la autoridad de este lugar.
Huh?
Debéis serla. Sois como polis de verdad. Bebéis cerveza mientras os tiráis el día sentados tocándoos la chorra.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
¿Qué va? Yo también soy un gran fan de la cerveza y de perder el tiempo en vez de invertirlo en ayudar a la gente.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
No se trata de quién lo hizo, sino de la víctima. Necesita ayuda.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
What is her name?
Clausia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due, with an O-U.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Mantener la compostura. ¿Qué clase?
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
¿Miss Orange, la bailarina disco?
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Whatever you do, Do not tell him you know her. That would sound off. Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
Entonces, ¿cuál era su relación con el mercenario?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Entonces, la violación, ¿cuándo tuvo lugar?
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
Entonces, ¿cuál es tu relación con ella?
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
Entonces, ¿no es de por aquí?
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it.
Has dicho que estuvisteis de fiesta. Guay, eso mola, pero ¿a qué te referías?
What do you think I meant?
¿Drogas?
Yeah, we did them. What's that
Entonces-
to you?
Entonces me estáis diciendo que erais cercanos.
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
Gracias, hablaremos con ella.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Ok, me voy. Entonces ahora podremos ir arriba y hablar con ella, ¿no? ¿Qué pasa?
The Jamrock Shuffle. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
Encuentras mejor botín en los contenedores cerrados. Bueno. Ve arriba y habla con la supuesta víctima del ahorcado a ver qué tiene que decirte. Se aloja en la habitación número 3. Perfecto. O sea que ahora ya podemos ir a hablar con ella. Ay, espera. Tengo que hacer algo aquí.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Well, well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
Carte, tengo que cantar en el karaoke.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
Ya, pero... Es mi forma de disculparme por todo el lío que he causado. Por favor, déjame decirte que lo siento.
By causing more trouble, I think we're good.
Ya, pero Johnny Lay está a punto de petarlo al estilo Tristón.
The whirling doesn't need more sad style. That's one of the styles it can do without right now.
Entonces, ¿para qué tienes un sistema de sonidos y nadie va a usarlo?
It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
¿Qué pasó en el
A
44?
lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
No es adorno, es para los clientes. Sé que se usa.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
Bueno, pues yo soy un cliente, he pagado mis facturas y tengo derecho a utilizar el karaoke.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
No pasa nada, llevo encima mi propia canción.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard. This is the look of a man who's defeated. He knows he's out of excuses.
Fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Vamos a hablar antes con Kim, que me tenía que decir algo.
Officer, what was that?
¿A qué ha venido el qué?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Sí.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Estuve hablando con ella en el relleno tras despertarme.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
Ella sabe que no recuerdo ser policía.
Okay, that's manageable.
Intenté ligar con ella.
Understood.
Va a ser mejor que no te diga nada más.
What else did you do?
Nada más, pongámonos en marcha.
We'll be all right, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
You feel fortified by his assurance. It's going to be all right. Is it though? Nothing? You're still in for a bumpy ride here. Try not to mess it up.
Vamos a cantar. ¿Puedo cantar ahora? Voy a guardar por si acaso. Esto va a ser horrible, ¿verdad?
The stage is all set up for your performance. Feels silent. You can hear the pellets creak under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
No, espera. Voy a ponerme cosas de teatralidad. Espera. ¿Esto? Spirit the Corpse, acción, electroquímica, lógica, instinto. Savoir-faire. Teatralidad. Esto es muy mal. Se ve muy mal. Teatralidad. Vamos. ¿Qué más? Es una teatralidad. Retórica. Ya está, no tengo más. Estás guapísimo. Teatralidad más 4. Venga, va. Vamos a ello. Dentro de la que guardo.
The stage is all set up
espera.
for your performance. You feel a little dizzy.
So,
Mira, Kim, voy a cantar en el karaoke.
I can see that.
Poner los labios contra el micrófono para probarlo.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it?
No tendría que haber
Where
hecho
should you
eso.
stand?
Contemplar la sal.
There are some people out there, but mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? but the choice is yours.
Tienes razón, venga, lo hacemos de noche. Venga, pues espérate que me voy a poner... No, este no era. Oh, ya no sé lo que tenía. Atracción, empatía... Retórica... ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? Lógica. Empatía. Yo creo que hay que ser empático, salir a hablar con esta, ¿no? Más o menos. Vamos para arriba. Y a la noche volvemos, ¿eh? No penséis que os libraréis de mi magnífica actuación. Es en esta, ¿no? Creo que sí.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
Un montón de ropa sucia, es de mujer. Cuentas de la factura del hostal. Parece que lleva aquí bastante. Esto está de pena, te recuerda a tu propia habitación. Han pagado la habitación 4 meses por adelantado. El patio de abajo, el cadáver ya no mancilla a sus alrededores.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Mira el cepillo de dientes.
It's been used quite a lot, but not for scrubbing blood off towels or anything else interesting. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth.
Mira los medicamentos.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
Menuda colección.
Anything of note?
Buscar entre
Pill
los
bottles
frascos.
rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra. Nacra? This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Nacra, un antagonista de los opiáceos.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Buscar entre los blisters de pastillas.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gottwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
No creo.
A bright
pues
orange
sí.
bottle with peptide stamped on it. In sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
No, no lo quiero. ¿Qué tiene de emocionante este frasco?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Teniente ve una marca llamada Peptide.
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Cerrar el armario. No queremos esto. Vamos a subir arriba. No nos queda nada más aquí, ¿no? Vale. Pues arriba que nos vamos. Sientes a alguien observándote tras la puerta de cristal. Una mujer. La cama está hecha de forma apresurada.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Pasar el dedo por la superficie de la ventana.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Esta ventana la cambiaron hace poco.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
¿La que destrocé en mi habitación?
Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now. Just one floor below you. Messing up your concentration here.
Pues nada, vamos para afuera, ¿no? Por fin. El olor a tabaco astra, mentolado impregna el aire. Un café frío y un cenicero con la forma de un erizo. Mira, un puñado de flores blancas secas.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air. You catch a single white flower between your fingers. The rest fly off into the wind. It's a Maybell. The young woman looks at the Maybell in your hand, just a glance, then takes a drag of her cigarette. The lieutenant gives you an acknowledging little nod.
Oye, para una vez que me sale bien algo. Guay.
6 crumbling petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown.
¿Qué es esto, Kim?
This is the Insulindian lily, called Maybells or Lucille's tears during the Revolution. Girls used to pin these on soldiers before sending them off to battle.
This flower is a spring flower, but it's a bit early for that, isn't it?
Florecen al principio de la primavera.
Yes, but not this early, not to my knowledge. It looks dried, preserved.
¿Quién los ponía ahí en qué bando?
The revolutionaries, so the communards and the anarchists. White's their color, but the custom started in the suzerain's army, so it held meaning for the kingsmen too. It's about girls and boys more than sides. Girls sending off boys who are going to their deaths, then also dying themselves in the ruins from dysentery and consumption. It's a symbol of the civil war.
¿Será una coincidencia que aparezca de la nada?
Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see.
The petals feel dry and fragile in your hand. Rene, that old man in the uniform. Maybe you should show it to him when you get the chance.
Está un poco muerto. A lo mejor no podemos hacerlo. ¿Podemos ir por ahí?
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
¿A dónde lleva esto?
I don't know, Lieutenant Ephrata. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
¿Crees que es importante?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy. Must be something valuable inside to go through the trouble of protecting it. The door is very sturdy indeed.
En otro momento no tenemos fuerza suficiente para esto. Pero lo que sí que tenemos es... que hablar con ella.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Este sitio tiene buenas vistas.
It's much nicer now.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
Has dicho algo de una señora de limpieza, no me vendría mal.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the infernum.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed to your role as a police officer?
Es algo que nunca se llega a olvidar.
Like riding a copper-cycle.
There is the tiniest bit of flattery in there. The way her eyes move from your shoulder to shoulder.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
¿Cómo te llamas? Para que conste.
Clausier Amondu.
¿De dónde eres?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
¿Qué es Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
¿Un mal recuerdo de qué?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass, duraluminum. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something wrong.
¿Hiciste algo malo?
Sooner or later, everyone does.
¿Qué tal?
I'm 28.
¿A qué te dedicas? ¿Cuál es tu especialidad?
Something stupid.
¿Qué quieres decir?
Oranese lit.
¿Literatura oranjese?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
¿Sobre qué trata la literatura oranjese?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian Lit would fit you like a glove.
Literatura oranjese, ¿qué hace con ella?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
Entonces, ¿cómo se gana la vida? El dinero es muy importante. Enseñarle algo de dinero.
Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit.
¿Por existir?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired smile. Of course she won a beauty pageant. She's very symmetrical.
¿Podemos ver tu pasaporte, por favor?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
¿Cómo sé que nos has dicho tu verdadero nombre?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausier Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Estoy casi seguro de que tengo derecho a exigirte el pasaporte.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street, and I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
There are plenty of other reasons for hiding your documents from the law.
Pero no lo ocultaste por ese motivo.
It's also why I hid it.
Why else?
De repente está muy atento.
I'm an unpopular girl. There are people back home who don't like me. If they show up, I'm in a hurry. The kind of hurry where you can't afford to not find your documents. But don't worry, this has nothing to do with your investigation.
¿Qué tipo de gente no le tiene aprecio?
I would love to change the subject. It's not important. Unless I'm some kind of suspect.
No, solo vamos a hablar.
Phew.
Playfully. She doesn't seem to be overly distressed. Or distressed at all, really.
Okie dokie.
Es suficiente para el
The
registro.
record. So official.
Bonita habitación la tuya.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
¿Por qué te alojas aquí en el reading?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
The bills downstairs concur.
¿Por qué aquí?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
En el reading.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
¿A dónde lleva esa puerta?
I have no idea, officer.
Esa ventana es nueva.
It is.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
Siento decirlo, pero esto está que da lástima.
Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad.
¿Por qué estás aquí fuera?
The contamination spreads from room to room. First, I escaped upstairs. The SAD got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
¿Y de qué naturaleza es exactamente esta contaminación?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is, you have an industrial SAD spill in there.
Somewhere below, military-grade SAD is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
Es un demonio que huele a traición y a albaricoque.
I love apricot chewing gum.
Odio el chicle de albaricoque, me traicionó.
Betrayed by the things we love. What a rotten deal.
Tienes una buena farmacopea aquí abajo.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her. No, don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
Es algo impresionante. ¿Cómo te has apañado un botín así?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
The Anti-Star is, or was, a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Entre otras muchas cosas he visto que tienes Perderte.
Oh, yes. One of my favorites. It cures many ailments.
¿Cómo qué?
Like not being able to stay up for 36 hours, not being happy. It cures those ailments. It's just a merit speed molecule, basically.
El catálogo incluye Nagra, el antagonista de los opiáceos.
Comes in handy when you've done too many opioids.
Is that something that happens to you often, miss?
Better safe than sorry.
Nada más que añadir.
Very funky. Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
¿Qué es esta flor silvestre?
She looks at the dried petals in your palm, then lightly touches one with her fingernail. Chipped white polish covers the nail. It's long and sharp, like a mini dagger. The petal crumbles on contact.
Pretty. Looks like a dried maybell. Is that the one you caught? Sambo style?
Es balsam.
A martial art, sir. Is that it?
Samurai boxing, or Sambo, graceful martial arts stuff. Sambo style implies stealth and cool.
Sí, ¿qué hacía aquí?
Why was there a flower on the roof? I don't know, officer. Because of the wind?
Or an admirer?
¿Algún admirador?
Admires? I'm too old to be a debutante. And this place is no fashionable society.
Question avoided. Let's conclude that she has admirers. Plenty of them.
Yeah.
No, aquí adentro.
All right.
Viendo que su habitación está cerca de la mía, tengo una pregunta personal.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Good. Yes. This means she could have heard something. Like what you were doing before you blacked out.
Estuviste aquí el domingo por la noche. He de saber lo que hice antes de perder la memoria.
You do not need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions. Like,
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
Ok. Nos han comentado que has pasado por algo complicado.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
¿Sufriste abusos sexuales?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
En realidad ya es mediodía.
Is it?
El sol de la primavera... Entrecierra los ojos y mira alrededor. El sol de la primavera se pende alto en el cielo. La gente camina bajo su luz.
It is afternoon. Time flies, man.
¿Y bien?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting, she's quite gifted. By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
¿Tito usted pidió que exageraras las cosas de cara a nuestro interrogatorio?
Pretty much.
Warming them.
¿Y qué ocurrió entre la víctima y tú?
We partied.
Espera, ¿de fiesta? ¿Dónde he escuchado yo esto antes?
A lot of partying going on.
From Titus. About her and Titus's relationship. That's where you heard it.
¿Qué tipo de fiesta? ¿De las de mi estilo?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Más intensa que esta, no creía que fuera físicamente posible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
¿Erais amantes?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs. At the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
Debe haber sido difícil para ti verlo ahí.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
La llamada, la denuncia del cadáver colgado, ¿fuiste tú?
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
La persona que llamó camufló su voz.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
¿Lo manipulaste? ¿Cómo?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it.
So, she's God's mystery phone cutter.
Y en el proceso rompiste el teléfono de abajo.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Jigsaw falling into place. This is satisfying. Good catch. I appreciate the symmetry.
¿Por qué tomaste todas esas molestias?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay. Let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
¿Qué puedes contarme sobre él? ¿Nombre, ojos, edad?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
Yo también lo he visto en un sueño.
You have? Not like I do, I imagine.
¿Qué imagen tienes de él?
You don't want to know.
Lo veo como si yo fuera él.
She dips the cigarette in the lighter's flame and inhales, then looks at you with her lungs full of smoke.
I can see the similarity, yes.
Exhala a través de las fosas nasales el aire o el mentol.
Funny.
Funny how?
Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
¿Por qué le colgaron si no fue por violación?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
¿Por qué había una bala en su cabeza?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
They stripped his clothes and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
This is beginning to get confusing for you too, and we don't like that. Where was she last Sunday night?
¿Dónde estabas cuando ocurrió todo esto?
Cowering. I was cowering downstairs with Sylvie.
¿Cómo te conocieron los chicos de Hardy?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
¿Y cómo os conocisteis?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
¿Estuvisteis de fiesta?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy boys?
I have.
¿Con cuál de ellos?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
¿Podrían ser celos la razón de que lo lincharon?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
¿Qué te refieres?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
¿Estás segura que no te vieron?
I'm 89% sure.
¿Entonces no estás segura del todo?
You know how it is.
Do you?
En realidad no.
Maybe you don't.
There are numerous cigarette burns on those silvery scales. Easy to see now that you're closer.
In conclusion, officer, I'm gonna go with a mild to medium not raped here.
Es como si hubiera ocurrido algo y no quisiera reconocerlo.
Let me make this 100% clear then, officer. I was not sexually assaulted. Would I be as flippant if I had been?
Gracias por contarnos todo esto.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
Una cosa más antes de irnos, solo una.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Not my favorite topic. How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
Retomaremos esto más
Why
adelante.
not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Venga, vamos ahora abajo. A ver qué me tiene que decir Kim. Salgamos fuera.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
¿Tú crees que esto les hará cooperar?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
¿Por qué nos habrá dicho eso?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
You would have caught it.
La habría pillado.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
¿Por qué llega tan cerrado?
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Pues sí. Yo también lo creo, Kim. Pues nada. Aquí lo vamos a dejar por hoy. En el siguiente capítulo seguiremos avanzando. Probablemente volvamos a hablar con Titus. A ver qué nos tiene que decir. Esto no lo podemos hacer, ¿no? Bueno, a no ser que nos lo diga el que no está muerto. El que iba en traje de militar, no el otro. Esto tengo que hacerlo cuando no esté con Kim. Y hay que dejarla reposar y volver a hablar con ella. Vale. Tenemos también que avanzar el tiempo a la noche para cantar en el karaoke. Y no sé, tendremos que pasar de día a ver si nos dice ya algo de esto, de la armadura. Que ya lleva ahí un montón de tiempo, creo, ¿eh? Así que nada, lo dicho, aquí lo dejamos por hoy. Y como siempre os digo, si os está gustando esta serie, por favor dejad un like al vídeo. No olvidéis también suscribiros al canal y activar la campanita para que os avise cuando suba nuevos episodios. Y nos vemos muy pronto en el próximo. Muchísimas gracias.